Bank of America just released this study proving Indy is the fastest growing metro in America. If you don't know who we are, my name is Max Moore, joined by my co-host Tyler Lingle, and we've helped over 400 people buy and sell their homes in Indianapolis. Today, we're breaking down why Indianapolis is the fastest growing metro in America, and more importantly, what that means for homeowners and investors. This study is a Q3 2025 census data from the Bank of America, where they're looking back on what is going on, what plans have we put in place, how are they playing out, what's happening with home price to rent ratio, which cities are growing, which ones aren't. And there's a ton of meat in this. So if you haven't seen the study, we'll have it linked down below. Make sure to check it out. One of the main takeaways that I had is that job opportunity and pay here is much nicer than what you can buy a home for, meaning that to increase wealth over time is feasible. It's actually obtainable. If you look at California, it's not even attainable to buy a shoebox for $1 million, where here luxury starts at 400, and our income is on average 3.2 times more than that on average. And you can buy a home here. It's achievable. The American dream is achievable. What was one of the takeaways that you had?
I think it's just insane. Number one, just looking at this graph, I'm sure our producer can put it on the screen, but it's Indy literally top, and then I don't know, Columbus I think second. Just number one, these are just kind of, you think of them as these small mid-sized cities, like a Charlotte or something, and we are dominating. And look down at the very bottom, Miami, and I can't help but think back to January 19th, the national title game in Miami when the Hoosiers took down the Miami Hurricanes. It's very symbolic. I mean, I'm being facetious, but it is kind of symbolic of how everyone would expect Miami is one of the fastest growing cities. And over decades and period of time, it is. But Indianapolis is subtly crushing the Midwest tech hubs of Columbus and Indy are subtly dominating. And we're not getting the credit we, I feel have deserved until kind of this moment. So I think you just kind of hit on it, which is affordability with quality of life.
Yeah.
Right? There is no better place in the country where you can have an amazing life, buy a house, have great schools, have 4 seasons where you're not just stuck in arid desert heat nonstop or disgusting humid weather every day. So I think because we are so balanced and we still have major sports teams, we have the Indianapolis Colts, we have the Pacers, we also have the Indians and the Fuel. So there's entertainment, quality of life. You can buy a home for $400K, a huge home, a 3-4 bedroom home, and have a well-paying job and build a life for your family. So if you are wanting to build a family, if you're a single person, just want to just live it up, maybe go to New York, maybe go to Miami, right? But a lot of people are migrating here from those places because they want to build and invest. Roots.
They got to plant roots. It's time to plant roots. That's where we're at. And from a brand, right? If we think about the states in a branding perspective, you've got your Nikes, your Adidas, your Lululemon, whatever you fancy, your LL Bean, as Tyler's wearing over there, whatever your favorite brand is. If you think about all 50 states, you're like, which one brands themselves well? I would say that Indiana is punching above their weight class and saying, yo, what's up, America? We're here. And it's driven by entertainment. It's driven by sports. It's driven by community, and what it really is like to be a Hoosier. It's we won't travel well. Okay, well, look at any of those stadiums that we played the national championship in. Indiana's poor. Really? Tickets were $1,000 and we were 80% of the stadium. So, I mean, I think we did pretty good as far as mobilizing, or everybody just drained their 401ks. I'm not sure. But as far as the brand goes, the recognition, we're going up on the charts. The other thing I'll mention that you didn't hit was the inflation or recession proof.
Quick pause here, because if you own property in Indianapolis, your contractor matters more than you think. That's why we've consistently recommended Nick Giuliani and the team at Off Leash Construction. They handle everything from small repairs to full-scale renovations, and most importantly, they do the things the right way. They have an insane new tool that lets you upload your inspection response and get a quote in minutes. Check the link in our bio to check it out and connect with Off Leash. All right, back to the show.
It's illegal to say or not wise to say, but I think we're recession proof. There's not much that can take us down. In fact, we actually go up when everybody else goes down. And why is that? Because everyone's broke and they're like, where can I survive? Oh, I can go to the Midwest. Which is the best in the Midwest? Okay, let's go be a Hoosier. And then they come here thinking that, oh, it's just going to be a 4 or 5 year stay. And they plant roots. And the amount of people I encounter on a daily basis, it's like real life, screw the study, that are, oh, I'm from California. Oh, I'm from here. We have somebody on our real estate team who's from California. And the reason he moved here was for the affordability. And he has family here. Why the family here? Oh, affordability also. So they're just migrating in. And getting to see it in real time is so cool.
What do you say to the people that are like, yeah, we get it, it's affordable. Like, so is Arkansas, so is Mississippi. Why the hell? Because we get these comments, guys, and we see the comments. Why the hell would I move to Indiana? They suck. It's so boring. It's all cornfields. What is the response to that?
You haven't been here then. You haven't seen Carmel in the last 20 years. You haven't seen Whitestown 12X. You haven't.
Downtown's transforming. Bottle Works. Right.
And so we have the metro, and then we have the supporting arms. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Circle City, right? It's literally a circle. The donut starts and it comes out, and we aren't a small town. I mean, as much as
we have big city amenities, but a small town charm,
right?
That's kind of the brand of Indianapolis, and I think we have to give a lot of credit to Eli Lilly, because there were times when people were fleeing the city, 1970s, 1980s. I mean, we all moved to the burbs. My parents moved to the burbs. Everyone moved to the burbs, white flight. But Eli Lilly invested heavily in parks and museums, and we became the amateur sports capital of the world in the 1980s. And our mentor Rex likes to say, we've been rebuilding back since like 1977, and he expected us to be here. We're the next Austin. We're the next Charlotte. Oh, haha, that's funny, Roots guys. You're so biased. This is the proof. And we are going, there's literally a new skyscraper coming up, and newer skyscrapers in the works with Simon Property Group, Hendricks Property Group. They're investing millions, if not billions, into our downtown. They don't miss when they decide to invest that kind of colossal capital, employment, infrastructure. They've done their studies and they see the trends. And I think a lot of people will think, oh, people are moving from Terre Haute, they're moving from Muncie, they're moving from these backwaters, Indianapolis, small towns, which they are. They absolutely are moving and urbanizing towards Indianapolis. But look at this map, which shows where people are migrating from. Number one, okay, Lafayette. We get it, a smaller Indiana town, a lot of people from Purdue that get degrees, engineering degrees, tech degrees, and they move to Indianapolis.
They realize they don't really like Purdue that much.
Yeah, they switched to IU. Good for them. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the rest will blow your mind. Washington, D.C., Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Seattle, Atlanta, San Diego, and Reno. Most people will think I should leave Indianapolis to go to one of those cities. That is not what's happening. We are stealing people from those cities because they don't want to pay $1 million to live in a shoebox and have to be house broke, never start a family, and go to a job they hate. We have the opposite here. You can find a job you love because you have options. There's 2 jobs for every 1 people in Indianapolis was the stat I heard a couple years back. I think that's still true because we're recession proof. It's just wild. And we're not broke, right? You go to Illinois and you're going to pay literally double, if not triple, our property taxes because they just can't fund their city. They can't fund their government. They can't fund their schools. We don't have that problem because our economy is built on solid fundamentals. We've had the bigger fish like Eli Lilly kind of as a staple, providing employment, revenue, et cetera. And we've been building quietly in the shadows, and now we're really not in the shadows anymore.
Yeah.
That's my take.
All that's left to fix is the roadways. And if you want to come check out Hoosier Hospitality and hit our charm, book a flight, come here. And immediately when you step off the plane in the airport, you're going to be sold. And it starts from right there. So a good time to come is right before our next masterclass. Check out the details below. Make sure to subscribe. Peace.
Peace.